You clicked on this video because you're either in a position where you failed a lot of prop firm challenges, or you're just beginning and you're trying to get to the point where you're passing consistently prop firms. I've been in that position. I have passed multiple prop firms, and I've also failed prop firms when I was first starting my journey of trading. So I definitely understand. But in this video, we're going to give you 5 different ways of how you can pass your first prop firm. And these tips can definitely go into, if you've already passed a couple, these can work for beginner and people who have been training for a good minute. So the first tip that we'll be talking about is trade like you're already funded, not like you're trying to pass. This is a big mistake that people make. They take bigger risks that they would take if you're already had the funded account. Trade like you're already managing the real money. On a real account, if you're only making $100, $200 a day at your job, but you won't take a $400 trade and then let price retrace and be able to get back in if the setup isn't playing out right, you would do that if you knew you was going to get $400 today, but when you're just trading it like you're trying to pass, you might be up $400, but you'll say, I want to wait till it gets to 1,000. No, just trade like you're already funded, because it's not about the money amount. You can always scale how much money you're making. That's how you make money in props. Instead of worrying about how much you can make in one day with one account, worry about if you can hit those little home runs and get consistent with 10 accounts. So instead of making 400, thinking of it like, if I get consistent with this and over 10 accounts, I would have made 4,000. The second tip we'll be talking about is you have to know the prop firm's rules inside and out. I don't know how many times I've talked to people who complain about payout denials. They didn't tell me this. They didn't tell me that. I passed the prop firm and they just don't want to pay me out. They're a scam. And you can easily go and look at the rules and be like, no, you broke the daily drawdown rule, or, you didn't pass the consistency rule. You just have to be up on what the prop firm is. You can't just make your own rules. And just because you make money on this prop, you think, I'm supposed to get paid out. No, you have to follow the rules of the prop. The third tip that we'll be talking about is take high probability setups. You have to be consistent with taking high probability setups, because you will make way more money taking those setups than wasting all of your bullets, wasting all of your money on little setups that wick you out very quickly, or you're getting in trades full of consolidation and you're not even able to hold those trades long enough to make a good amount of profit. So now when the trades that are good come up, you can't even take the trade. You're not in a position to be able to put the same amount of risk on those high probability setups because you weren't patient. This is probably the biggest rule in trading, period. You don't want to be a machine gun shooter. You want to be a sniper. You want to be somebody who sits there, waits. Okay, you might sit there for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, instead of being a person, a trade. No, you sit there, you wait, you hold your bullets, one shot. Now you just hit for the day, and you just completely regulated your stress. You weren't as stressed out. You just wasn't all over the place, and that can scale over the years to come in your trading career. The fourth tip that we'll be talking about of how to pass your prop firm challenge is track everything. You have to track everything. Track your data. Go review your data. Journal. With most of these prop firms, they track the data for you, but a lot of people don't go back and look at their numbers. Look at your win percentage. Look at your risk to reward ratio. Look at your risk factor. Just look at everything that can give you an edge in tomorrow's market. Because if you look at your trade and hey, I've only been hitting 50% for the week, why would you keep trading low probability setups? You've only been hitting 50% and your average win is like $100, but your average loss is $150. It's like, no, I need to change something. I need to be more patient. I need to just take my time and take great setups. So definitely track all your trades, because that's how you get better. It's about the skill, it's about the process. You could be making money for a week and then the next week you blow all of it and you don't even know why, because you haven't been keeping up with your process. And the last tip that we'll be talking about is control your emotions before the challenge even starts. And what I mean by that is, if you're going through something in real life and you have a lot of pressure on your back to pass these challenges, a lot of times in those situations, it sounds good that, oh, I'm gonna pass this, I'm gonna pass that, this is gonna make this happen. But a lot of times it's too much pressure and stress on a trader to where they can't manage those emotions inside of the trade. So ideally, I would say, man, get your mind right before you even start your challenges, because you just don't want to waste your money and keep consistently not getting the payouts that you want, keep consistently wasting money on the challenges when you're not ready. So just take this into account and really do have processes to make sure that your mental is right. You know, go on walks, read books, talk to people about, your mental health and stuff like that. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. I've been trading for multiple years, so I have a lot of experience in this topic. And this year, a lot of people are going to pass their props and become profitable traders. And I want y'all watching this video to be able to be one of those people and not be the people, most of the 90%, who just go into a constant spiral of negativity, of negative profit. You apply the things that we were talking about in this video, I know that you will become profitable and it will help you in the near future. So just go ahead and drop me a like, drop me a comment on this video. And if you are interested in learning tips on how to trade and how to be more consistent in the market, just DM me in the link in the bio.